Good morning. It's me, Miss Schuholtz, and I'm just enjoying a nice cup of coffee this morning. I do have a guest on my video today. Please say hello to Mrs. Schuholtz.
Hi, everybody.
This is my mama, and we are just enjoying our morning beverage. She's got her McDonald's Diet Coke, and I've got my coffee. Can you believe my mom doesn't like coffee? Crazy.
No.
Okay, so today I have asked my mom to be in the video because I know it's so hard during remote learning to be at home, and maybe you have parents who don't really remember the math we're doing right now. And I think my mom is a perfect example because she doesn't know how to do what we're about to review. So we're going to go through simplifying expressions. First step, distributive property. Second step is to combine like terms. So I'm going to walk through with my mom right now on how to do distributive property. So here's just a little bit of review. We're simplifying expressions. To simplify something is to make it shorter. So we're going to take an expression and make it shorter. Distributive property and combining like terms. Again, this is review. You've already learned it. For any parents who are watching, this might be new to you, like it is for my mother. So let's take a look at our first example. And before we do so, I forgot I put our little song. So Mom, if you could clap with me, just soft clap. First step, distributive property. Second step, combine like terms. First step, distributive property. Second step, combine like terms. First step, distributive property. Second step, combine like terms. Okay. My mom's thinking, my gosh, she is a loser. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example. We've got a 4 outside of our parentheses, and inside of our parentheses is 2 plus 3a. Mom, what do you think we should do first?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, what kind of stands out to you?
I would say do what's inside the parentheses first.
Okay, so I am kind of impressed right now. If you remember PEMDAS, parentheses is what we are supposed to do first. But my students watching this video, you should know we can't do 2 plus 3a because this is a 2 plus 3 apples. If the 2 doesn't have an a, we can't put them together. So, Mom, actually, we're going to distribute this 4. Mom, how would you describe the verb distribute?
That would be like passing out something.
Okay, so my mom is a nurse, a retired nurse, and maybe in the hospital she would distribute medications. Perfect. Okay, well, right now in this lesson, we're going to distribute this 4. And my students, we have always been taught to draw these arrows. They're very helpful. And also my students at home watching this, you know that parentheses mean multiply in math. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to use the arrows as a guide and we're going to multiply them. I'm now going to test my mother's multiplication skills. Okay. So Mom, what is 4 times 2?
8.
And I just want to say we have not practiced this video and I don't know what she's going to say. Mom, what is 4 times 3?
12.
Okay, so my mom might not remember this from algebra, but if there is that variable on there, we have to include it. We were also very lucky to have both positive values. So really nice job, Mom. Any students who remember, we should flip this because really we want the coefficient and variable to go first, put that constant at the end. That's a little extra. Okay. Now we're moving on to more difficult examples because now we have this negative. So let's take a look here. I'm going to get rid of our old work so we have some room. Let's take a look at this. Mom, what is the first thing I should draw?
Arrows.
Arrows, good. We're going to distribute the -5. Now, I'm going to guess you don't remember how to multiply negatives. Mom.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
Okay, that's a no. But do you know what 5 times 2 is?
10.
Okay. When you have one negative and one positive, let's not forget you cross out the ones you have you're left with a negative. So that would be a negative 10. What's, oh, she just said
knew
she,
that.
oh, okay. What is 5 times 3?
15.
15. That's another negative and positive. So what will it be? Oh, good, Mom. What will the
Negative 15.
negative 15 be? Awesome. Okay. Now, again, anyone who is remembering that trick, let's switch these to make sure that our variable is listed first. Next example. What's the first thing we draw, Mom?
Arrows.
Okay, here we go. 3 times 2?
Negative 6.
Ooh! 3 times 3?
9x.
You know what our sign's going to be?
Negatives cancel out, right?
Yes, 2
Yeah, baby.
negatives.
Oh, yeah.
Make it positive. All right, and let's go ahead and flip this for those of you who remember. And we have one more example. And I wish I could hear you guys at home because I'm going to ask you right now. Say this out loud as you can. Oops, no. Say this out loud as you can at home. What invisible number is outside of these parentheses? -1, -1, -1. Okay, good. It's a -1. I could hear you from all the way over there by PCMS. Okay, -1 is out front. So, Mom, what is the first thing we draw?
Arrows.
Oh, let me change my color. Okay, what is 1 times 2?
2.
But there's a negative. -2, good. And then we've got 1 times 3.
Negative 3y.
Yeah, baby. All right, and then I'm definitely gonna flip these and put that out front. Mom!
Ah.
Elbow high five. Hey. Okay, wow, that was impressive. Okay, the next thing we're gonna review is combining like terms. All right, here we go. We are going to now combine like terms, and I did pause the video, and my mom, while paused, said, think again if you think I know what we're about to do on here. So I have not prepped her for this mini lesson on combining like terms. So here we go. Combining like terms, you put together the same variables. So Mom, a variable is a letter in math. What variable do you see in this problem? A, good job. So anywhere you see just a plain old A, we can put those together. In class, we learned to circle the term and make sure you remember you always keep the sign in front. So it's a +4 and a +2. Mom, what's 4 plus 2?
6.
Okay, so that's 6A. This -8 at the end, we don't have anything to go with it because that's a plain old number. It's an integer. It's a constant. So all you do is just bring it down. Our final expression is 6A minus 8. Let's go to a little bit more difficult problem. Mom, what variable do you see?
X.
Now, I would expect her to say that. I see an X, but it's not the same as X squared. So you actually have 2 different variables. Let's start with our X squared. What's the invisible number in front of this first one? A 1. All we do is circle what are the same. 1x squared plus 5x squared. 1 plus 5 is obviously, Mom.
5x squared.
No, 1 plus 5.
Oh, plus, sorry. 6. Sorry, guys.
6x squared. Do we have another plain x? No. So all I do is bring down the +3x. Got another example. Now, while this one does look longer, it's not more difficult. Again, circle the similar variables. Mom, what variables do you see in this?
A, B, C.
A, B, C. Now, we do have a +6A. Do we have another A? Yes. What is +6 minus 2?
4A.
4A. And you'll notice I'm going in alphabetical order. Next in the alphabet is obviously B. So I'm going to circle any terms that have B. What's 5 minus 3, Mom?
2B.
Now that's a +2B, don't forget. So we put a +2B. The last term you see with a variable is that +7C. We don't have another C though. So I'm just going to bring it straight down. Awesome. Now this last one, I told my mom that I would walk through this, you know.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, she was a little worried about this. But if we go back to what we were talking about with distributed property, we clapped and we said, first step, distributed property, second step, combine like terms. So Mom, if you remember with distributed property, we drew what to start?
Arrows.
Okay, she's remembering. We drew arrows. What's 2 times 4?
8.
And we've got a negative out front. Then we do 2 times 5.
10x negative.
It's going to be a negative. Good. Okay. Now, we do still have all of this in our expression. What do I always say in class? You just bring it down. Here's where we check. Can we combine anything?
Yep.
What do you want to combine, Mom?
The 10x and 3x.
Okay. Now, my mom, no, that's right, but my mom doesn't sit in class with us. If someone were to say that in my class, I would say that's not a 10, that's not a 3. That's actually a, you see it? What's in front of them?
Oh, negative 10.
Negative 10. There you go. I told you, this is, I did not tell my mom how to do this before this video. So negative 10 and negative 3.
I'm failing.
No, you're not. Mom, you can do it. Negative 10 and negative 3. Same signs. Add and keep the sign. It's like I drop $10 and then I drop another $3. I'm down $13, okay? Now, what else can we put together, Mom?
Well, that's a negative 8, and that's a positive 4.
Good. Good. Pauses are fine. She hesitated a little. That's fine. Now, I am going to tell my mom these are different signs. So with different signs, we don't add. We have to subtract. 8 minus 4 is 4. But the negative 8 is bigger, so we keep the sign of the bigger value. Okay? That's it. I mean, this really is review for you guys. So when, you have the assignment on Google Classroom, use this video, but also you guys remember more than, you tell yourselves. So really practice it. Don't forget, you can always redo a mini lesson if you're not happy with your score. Just fill out the Google form for a redo, and I will get that reset for you. Okay? All right. Miss Schuholtz and Mrs. Schuholtz, we are out. Peace.
Bye.